episode of Girls and Gullies. What are you doing on this Sunday morning? Which church are you going to this Sunday morning? People of Jamaica, people of Jamaica, I want and all want take care and a little dollar. Wanna go out and hustle every day and a run carry it and go give no pastor. Pastor them. I mean some of the pastor them are general. Yeah man. Some of the them are criminal. Yeah. Some of the them worse than some gambling shop. Man. But people of Jamaica, good people of Jamaica, you know, say on a Sunday morning, should be all giving thanks and praises to the Almighty wherever you be on a Sunday morning. You should be giving thanks and praise to the Father above because after a week of tedious work to the home, you got to give thanks. It don't mean say you have to run go to the church. It don't mean say you have to run go to church. But I want to big up every church goer this morning. Yeah man. The Yesterday was the 7th day, but I want to big up the Pentecostal church goer this morning. I want to big up the Catholic, the Anglican. I want to big up all the Zion church. Yeah, man, me love my Zion church. Yeah, man, my real African church, Zion church. But people, but people, on a Sunday morning, they home, you know, say, you sit down and meditate and I think about things that are going on in the world, things where are happening around you, and things that are happening in your country. But recently, one thing is on the mind of the Jamaican people is how the Jamaica government disrupt the health sector. Yes, Jamaican government disrupt the health sector. Yeah, man. Them send back the Cuban them. And the reason why me have stress on the health sector, is because we are poor people and we can't afford and all we have visa. Yes. And all we have visa. Some we can find little money, but on all we have visa. So when we take sick, and all we can on plane and Ghana, Miami, or Ghana, New York, or Ghana, California, gone, see with medical profession abroad. We have a Tanya in a Jamaica suffer because we have an indiscriminated government. We not think about poor people. Them not think about poor people. Yes, but this morning me not go too for the the health sector. But you know, say, me can't mention Cuba and not mention the health sector. Because you know, Cuban, when it come on to Cuba, Cuba is number one country where Jamaican people have to look up to when it come on to health. Yes. But people, when it come on to hypocrisy, when it come on to hypocrisy, you think the Jamaica Labour Party, and some may feel say, I am all about politics, but come on to hypocrisy. Hypocrisy built on the Jamaica Labour Party, because I am going to take you back to 6 years ago. I am going to take you back to 6 years ago. Yes, 6 years ago. Colonel Charles. Yes, when Colonel Charles was the Minister of Technology. Yes, Colonel Charles was the Minister of Technology. But people, the hypocrisy within the Jamaica Labour Party is deafening. Yes, it is deafening. And I am asking the Jamaican people, take it like that. Make your voices be heard, whether to go on the street and protest and demonstrate. We can't just sit down so and make one man in Andrew Holness lime bandoliers them, pure bandoliers. Yeah, them a bandolier. Who no like it, come bite it. Andrew Holness and him gang of bandolier them. Yes, as some put it, one gang of bandolier and mash up this country. Yes, and them a talk about diplomacy. It's not diplomacy. This is hypocrisy. Hypocrisy at the highest order. Hypocrisy. But people, I want to listen to Colonel Charles. Listen to Colonel Charles. 6 years ago, 6 years ago, and when I'm talking about hypocrisy, the Jamaica Labour Party, no say, when it come on to Cuba, America is nothing to us like Cuba. America is no friend to us. The only reason why Jamaica is so cling on to USA, because you have some Jamaican when I want Tanya, Jamaican people when I want Tanya and build them country. Them want run go to the United States and run go for 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 easy life. Them no want turn right here so and build up the right. Them rather for run go a United States because them say the United States are the big apple. Everybody can go to the big apple and take a bite. But a pity uno no know the apple they get rotten. Apple they rotten, rotten, rotten. Not no there New York again. Right. The apple they drop a ground long and rotten. But people of Jamaica, people of Jamaica, the hypocrisy of the Jamaica Labour Party is so, it is so deafening that even people from around the world is talking now about the stands that Jamaica took a few days ago to send back the Cuban worker them to Cuba. Jamaica is like a brown paper bag. Can't them own. Jamaica is like a scandal bag. Can't hold up. Can't hold up on them own. But people, to make you hear the hypocrisy, Colonel Charles, listen, listen.
Closer tie the further development of local agricultural sector and the Honorable Minister of Agriculture.
Listen.
Folks, Jamaica is looking for ties with Cuba for the further development of local agricultural sector and the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, Mr. Colonel Charles Jr., is here to talk about the potential benefit of this partnership. Morning, sir. All the very best to you and your family.
Listen to these hypocrites. Listen to these hypocrites because 6 years ago, Dr. Pernell Charles was the Minister of Agriculture and listening.
Happy New Year to you both, sir. Yes. I know that we have collaborated with them in medicine, schools here, Jose Martin, Monsieur GC Foster. What are we talking specifically with Cuba now? It's been 51 years at Cuba now. And besides medicine, we've had some collaboration in terms of students in agricultural science there. And now we are moving into a strategic partnership. We're looking on lessons from all of what we've faced in the last 2 years. The pandemic taught us that when you have to rely on things being imported from far, any little disruption in the logistics chain impacts you. It's amplified how it impacts you locally. Right. We've had our recent issues with animal feed. That is resounding in terms of an alert to us that we need to start doing things differently. So working with Cuba just makes sense. It is responsible, and it allows us to enhance our research and development capacity. Plus, we share space. These are close. So when you talk about climatic conditions, if it is 90 degrees here, it's 90 degrees there. So it means whatever research they do, whatever research is more likely to be transitional. It can be shared. So share research and development around important things like how do we combat climate, the negative consequences in terms of agriculture, infusing the climate agriculture. What you're using will more than likely work here. Soil degradation, and pest management, disease management. All of these things they are researching and we are researching, and so we can start to a more strategic way to collaborate, to share outcomes, to exchange human resources, and this year we can strengthen the city to really design the techniques and the technologies that work for us, because we're neighbors, we're partners. The research and the exchange of information, human resources, and so on. So, can, for example, a case, a case in St. Thomas, or is it Portland? But either way, more work being done to enhance what's done at case, the delivery, and our students going to be going to case to Cuba and so on. I think all of those are great potentials and opportunities. Right now, we're looking at sharing in terms of our both research and really being able to learn from Cuba.
People of Jamaica, you see what me talk about hypocrisy? You see what me talk about hypocrisy at the highest level? Hypocrisy at the highest level. You hear what Pernell Charles just said? With the Cuban them in a Jamaica has learned a lot. Jamaica have learned a lot going through the pandemic. Yes, going through the pandemic, Jamaica has learned a lot. And people, I not tell no lie. Jamaica really learn a lot from Cuba because when it come on to the pandemic, Jamaica did not suffer much in the pandemic. Jamaica did not suffer a lot in the pandemic. But the hypocrisy on a Sunday morning like this, I know that whole heap of people supposed to say, what is the discussion on politics? But people, you know when you got your bed, eh? When you got your bed and you have things rest on your mind, things rest on your mind, and you think about how wicked people can take up governance in our country. Wicked people not supposed to think of governing a country. Wicked people supposed to think about go run church. A wicked people for run church. Yes, wicked people not supposed to run government. Wicked people figure run church. Yes, but you can't be wicked and want to run a country because most country, especially country like Jamaica and small island nation, third world nation, full of poor people. And when we have people like Andrew Holness, have people like Christopher Tufton, have people like the same Pernell Charles, we have to be careful because those people are mercenaries. Mercenaries, them. Them people, they not think about themselves. Just think about themselves and family and body alone. Them no business with other people. Them no business none at all. But other people, them no business about poor. But people of Jamaica, are they asking, you know, are you going to stand up and make Andrew Holness? Yes, big nose Andrew Holness and him band of bandoliers them desecrate way. I will just sit down so and take it. Eh? We don't see say them not eat to the opposition party. Them no business but the opposition party. And we the people have to go take it up on ourselves. Forget rid of them. We the people have to go take set in a them skin and make them left out of parliament. Yes, because when we see a government in the JLP, yes, I go send home Cuban worker. Imagine USA no give nothing to Jamaica. United States no give nothing at all to Jamaica. A pure aid them give. Pure aid. And when them give it, when it come on to IMF, a US put IMF to we. A USA and them IMF stringent measures make Jamaica get so poor. US lend with their money and we have to pay them back one whole heap of money on top of that. When them lend with them money to build up school, when them lend with them money to build hospital, when them lend with them money to build up police station, Them a look forward for a whole heap a profit pan it. Yes, but you see when time Cuba, we nearest friend and ally, Cuba is the nearest friend and ally, we nearest neighbor them. Yes, when them give we help, them not look back for nothing. Them not look back for nothing. Look on the amount of free school Cuba bill and get to Jamaica. GC Foster College of Sports Science. Build that and give it to Jamaica as a gift. Anything where America and Jamaica do is profit. America look from it. And we have Andrew Holness. We have Andrew Holness. And make friend with America. Pitch behind America back fence. That's all Andrew Holness do. Sit down in America backyard. Sit down pan America fence and I look over. America now invite Andrew Holness through the front door. Andrew Holness have to take back fence. When America invite him now, a back fence him take. Back fence. You know hear what Trump say? Jamaica, they in a them backyard. Yes, all Jamaica Prime Minister expect to do is itch up in a Donald Trump backyard. You know hear Donald Trump style way as shit whole country. Yes, shit whole country. And big nose Andrew just a run behind Donald Trump. What can go so? What can go so? Cuba, Cuba is Jamaica best friend, best friend. Cuba is our best friend. Cuba, when Cuba give it nothing, them now look back for nothing behind it. Yes, but when America give it nothing, I aid them give it aid. Them a look back for something. Them a look back for something. I lend way. Anytime America stretch hand, I lend way. But people of Jamaica, who not have to understand what is the Jamaica government ulterior motive when it come on to Cuba. The Jamaica motive behind Cuba is to get rid of them and bring in the Israeli them. That is the motive behind getting rid of the Cuban them. That is the motive behind Andrew Holness. I get rid of the Cuban them. Them want bring in the Israel worker them. Israeli worker them want bring in a Jamaica for kill we have. Israel people no like black people. Jamaica people must know that. Israeli no love black. Them no love black. Israeli people no love black people. So me no know where Andrew Holness are bringing Israeli people come to Jamaica for. Where I bring them here for? Where I bring them here for? For kill we have? For kill we have? I must that. I must that. Where I bring Israeli people here? Some people may think say May I deal with hatred against Israeli, but it's not hatred. It is the truth. It is nothing but the truth. Israeli people don't love black people. Yes, anywhere Israeli people go, you always have a thing follow what we call gentrification. Yes, gentrification is to get rid of one race and bring in the next race. That is where Andrew Holness want do. Get rid of we Jamaican, the black race, and bring in Israeli. That is his intention. But people of Jamaica, I want to listen to the hypocrisy again. Listen to the hypocrisy again. Listen it.
Folks, so Jamaica is looking to forge closer ties with Cuba for the further development of local agricultural sector. And the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, Mr. Colonel Charles Jr., is here to talk about the potential benefits of this partnership. Morning, sir. All the very best to you and your family.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you both.
Sir. Yes. I know that we have collaborated with them in medicine. They've built schools here, in Martin, Gabi Masio, GC Foster. What are we talking about?
People in the here, Cuba always depend on a medical mission in a Jamaica. Always, always depend on a medical mission. But listen,
Specifically with Cuba now.
It's been 51 years of Cuba, and besides medicine,
more than that, it is more than that. Cuba always in a Jamaica, I help build Jamaica from Castro days. Yes, and Michael Manley days and Edward Fiaga days. Cuba always there. Over 70 years. Yes, over 70 years. The Cuban government love Jamaica and love the Jamaican people. When it come on to Fidel Castro, I never see a man love black people, so Fidel Castro love black people. Yes, Fidel Castro love black people.
had some collaboration in terms of students learning agricultural science there. And now we are moving into a more strategic partnership. We're looking on learning lessons from all of what we've faced in the last 2 years. The pandemic has taught us that when you have to rely on things being imported from far away, any little disruption in the logistics chain impacts you. It's amplified in how it impacts you locally. Right. We've had our recent issues with animal feed, and that is resounding in terms of an alert to us that we need to start doing things differently. Mm. So working with Cuba just makes sense. It is smart, it is sensible.
People, I want to listen, the hypocrisy of this Jamaica labor. This is Colonel Charles. This is Colonel Charles Jr. When Colonel Charles Jr. was Minister of Agriculture a few years ago. Yes, this is Colonel Charles Jr. speaking about the good of Cuba and Jamaica. People, the hypocrisy of the Jamaica Labour Party is so deafening and frightening. People, listen to Colonel Charles Jr. This is Colonel Charles Jr. People of Jamaica, you have to beware of these people of the Jamaica Labour Party. Listen, listen to Colonel Charles Jr. Listen, please. Listen.
folks. So Jamaica is looking to forge closer ties with Cuba for the further development of the local agricultural sector. And the Honourable Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, Mr. Bernard Charles Jr., is here to talk about the potential benefits of this partnership. Morning, sir. All the very best to you and your family.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
I know that we have collaborated with them in medicine. They've built schools here, Jose Martin, Gavin Masio, GC Foster. What are we talking about specifically with Cuba now?
It's been 51 years at Cuba, and besides medicine, we've had some collaboration in terms of students learning agricultural science there. And now we are moving into a more strategic partnership. We're looking on learning lessons from all of what we've faced in the last 2 years. The pandemic has taught us that when you have to rely on things being imported from far away, any little disruption in the logistics chain impacts you. It's amplified in how it impacts you locally. We've had our recent issues with animal feed, and that is resounding in terms of an alert to us that we need to start doing things differently. So working with Cuba just makes sense. It is smart, it is sensible, and it allows us to enhance our research and development capacity. Plus, we share space. It's our closest neighbor. So when you talk about climatic conditions, if it is 90 degrees here, it's 90 degrees there. So it means whatever research they do, whatever research we do, is more likely to be transitional. It can be shared. So sharing in research and development around important things like how do we combat climate change, the negative consequences in terms of agriculture, infusing the climate smart agriculture. What you're using will more than likely work here. Issues around soil degradation and pest management, disease management. All of these things they are researching and we are researching, and so we can start to have a more strategic way to collaborate, to share outcomes, to exchange human resources, and to see how we can strengthen our capacity to really design the techniques and the technologies that work for us, because we are neighbors, we're partners.
Yeah, you made mention of the research and the exchange of information, human resources, and so on. So, can we expect, for example, a case, a case in St. Thomas, or is it Portland? But either way, more work being done to enhance what's done at case, the delivery, and our students going to be going to and from case to Cuba and so on.
I think all of those are great potentials in terms of opportunities. Right now, we're looking on sharing in terms of our borders research and really being able to learn from Cuba.
People, every country of the world is laughing after Donald Trump. Yes, what I say, laughing at Donald Trump. Every country in the world, every leaders of free nations, every leaders of free nation is laughing at Donald Trump. It's only the Jamaican Prime Minister alone who run behind Donald Trump like a damn jackass. Only the Prime Minister of Jamaica is running behind Donald Trump like a flipping jackass. Andrew Holness is the only Prime Minister in the free nation of the world. Yes, free nations are run behind Donald Trump. But me ask him now, what the good him gonna get out of that? What the good our Prime Minister Andrew Holness I go get out tight when him a kiss Donald Trump butt? Where Andrew Holness I go get out tight being a Donald Trump bootlicker? Where you go get out tight Andrew Holness? Where you go get out tight being a bootlicker of Donald Trump? But every other leaders of the world, look at the stance where me and Matley take. Eh? Smaller Caribbean nation almost on the verge of telling Donald Trump to fuck off. And you and your wholeness, just because you want to hold on upon your visa and your whole heap of corruption you involved in, you lick Donald Trump butt. Eh? Just because of the corruption where you and your party involved in, una be a Donald Trump bootlicker. It's a shame. It's a blasted shame. It is a goddamn shame. And the Jamaican government being a Donald Trump bootlicker. Andrew Holness is licking the butt of Donald Trump. When you reach as far as dejecting the Cuban help, the only help that Jamaica have from foreigners, you rather to know that you want the money just because you know say Cuba, people of Jamaica, the truth is it, you see because Cuba poor, eh? You see because Cuba poor, this is the secret. This is the secret. And I want to screen, to, to, I want to know, to listen it. The reason why Andrew Holness chose US over Cuba is because he knows say Cuba not really rich like America. And Cuba not have the money to send come to Jamaica where him and him government can thief. Andrew Holness knows say when America send the whole heap of money, yes, the IMF loan, the US aid, the different type of funding, the Jamaica Labour Party, bandolier of them, can thief it and put in a them bank account. And that them want. That's why them reject the Cuban them. That's why them reject them. And the truth, that is the truth, and nothing but the truth. That is the truth, and nothing but the truth. The Jamaican government are some Donald Trump bootlicker them. They are licking the boot of Donald Trump. Bootlicker them. Some of them are bootlicker and some of them are butt licker. Sorry to mess up. Sorry to mess up on a Sunday morning. Sorry to mess up on a Sunday morning. But the truth have to be told. The truth have to be told. The truth have to be told. Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica Jamaica and Cuba friendship. People of Jamaica, the friendship here, I come from afar. And look when this man here choose to mash it up. Him choose to mash it up when Jamaica and Cuba supposed to be more tighter. Jamaica and Cuba supposed to be more tighter, and then mash it up.
Welcome back to Primetime News.
And a special welcome to viewers on onespotmedia.com as well as TVJ International in the Cayman Islands.
Up first this evening, shockwaves are reverberating across some sectors of the country this evening after Jamaica ended its medical cooperation program with Cuba.
The development comes amidst what appears to be pressure from the United States. Jamaica's Ministry of Foreign Affairs made the stunning revelation today via a news release.
Well, you looked at this story. Let's listen to the details.
Say the words Cuban eye care program and many Jamaicans would tell a litany of mostly positive stories, not to mention the medical missions. Since 1976, almost 50 years, Cuban doctors have been working in Jamaica as part of a medical cooperation agreement. But for the past few years, there's been pressure from the United States. The superpower has labeled the overall program throughout the world as forced labor. The government says there's no evidence of that in Jamaica. But this was U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio when he visited the island in March 2025.
It's not that they're Cuban doctors. It's that the regime does not pay these doctors, takes away their passports, and basically it is, in many ways, forced labor. And that we cannot be in support of.
We are, however, very careful not to exploit the Cuban doctors who are here.
Blasted liar. Blasted liar. Lie, 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 lie.
Here we ensure that they are treated within our labor laws and benefit like any other worker. So any characterization of the program by others certainly would not be applicable to Jamaica. We are ensuring that our program complies with all the international laws and standards.
Almost a year later,
Donald Trump. Andrew Holness is a Donald Trump bootlicker. Is a disgrace of a prime minister. Andrew Holness is a disgrace of a prime minister. Imagine you have a people who depend on things like the Cuban eye care, and you terminate it all because of self-righteousness, just because you have corruption for hide, just because you have corruption for hide, you fear Donald Trump expose you. Oh, dare you! Oh, dare you! And I imply the people of Jamaica. I imply the people of Jamaica. Don't just make the news alone. Make the headline. Uno for go out on the street. Go out on the street and vent on the frustration. Because this is an uncaring government. An uncaring government will not care a damn about poor people.
Later, the Jamaican government decided to stop the program, saying the previous agreement expired in February 2023 and both governments have been unable to agree on the terms and conditions of a new technical cooperation arrangement. The Jamaican government is, however, willing to engage the Cuban medical professionals on an individual basis in keeping with local labor laws. The arrangement would last for the remainder of their time in the country. Jamaica has been one of the largest employer of Cuban healthcare workers in the region. Up to 400 Cuban nationals, including doctors, nurses, biomedical engineers, and technicians. Earlier this year, St. Lucia's Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre said the U.S. had directed his administration to discontinue the program. Some Caribbean nations have also defended the medical programs in their countries.
Yes.
And our new center.
We didn't expect this corrupted prime minister to the same to defend the Cuban them, but him throw the Cuban them overboard. Blasted liar, blasted corrupted government. Send back the Cuban them gone to Cuba for please on yourself and please Donald Trump. Oh dear you, Andrew.
Is following this developing situation. And of course, our reporter Jamila Maitland, she went searching for answers. She spoke with the health minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton, at Gordon House a short while ago.
We're not wishing to discontinue our relationship with the Cuban workers, just to be clear. We would like to have them.
People, I am not going to take you through this ordeal again because me no want to no sit down there and listen to no liar. Them man are liar, blasted liar, them are liar. Blasted liar. But people of Jamaica, I want to understand that this morning I don't come for this rope on a regular Sunday morning prayer. But they have to tell you the truth. The eagle, yes, the Statue of Liberty, yes, it a go fall, yes, it a go fall. Right you know, Iran have America upon them back foot. Right you know, America is on the back foot. So may I ask Andrew Holness, when the war get hotter, because you hear, the American them are say, the Chinese them are involved in the war. People of Jamaica, uno listen to what me I say. Uno know say our prime minister is worse than a boaty. You ever hear about boaty? Boaty I went and you swing from one side and swing to the next side and then you swing to the next side and then you swing to the next side and you just a swing and a swing and a swing and a swing like swing song. Our prime minister is like a swing song. Yes. So like how them tell him say for cut tie with Cuba and him chop off the Cuban them. And right you know, America lose the war with Iran. Yes. And a rumor may have spread. And a rumor because CNN I say it too. Fox News I say it too. ABC News I say it too. All of the news them in the USA I say it too. Only TVJ and only CN and CVM now say it. Every news media, BBC, everybody, I say, including me, I say, USA I lose the war against Iran. Yes, Iran a leak down everywhere in the Middle East. Right now, Iran coming like a bull cow and the attack. Iran is like a bull cow. Yes, a rotted mad bull. Iran is like when on a Lego, a mad bull, and him just a buck down people, and people, it no reach nowhere else. It no reach nowhere else yet, you know. It no reach nowhere yet because by this upcoming week, yeah, by this upcoming week, yeah, Ramadan I go finish and the new Ayatollah go step forward. I don't mean if them are go choose a Ayatollah right now, you know, but somebody are go take over, and whosoever take over, I go meaner than coming, meaner than coming. So if what I go on now, you see how Iran a mash up place like Saudi Arabia, Iran a mash up place like Kuwait, Iran a mash up place like Iraq, Iran a mash up place all over the Emirate. All of them places there were people did a brag boss about Dubai. Them a go to Dubai, go spend holiday. No go on a Dubai now. Oh no go on a Dubai now. Make bam ras on down there. Go on a Dubai. Oh no go on a Dubai now. But this is a message to Andrew Holness. This is a message to Andrew Holness. When the American them declare war upon China because them say China is involved with Iran. Suppose a man in Donald Trump tell our puppet prime minister, puppet, blasted puppet. Suppose our puppet prime minister go hear Donald Trump tell him say, to send home the Chinese them. Send home every Chinese. What a heap and bamba, hey, hey. What the puppet would have do, it would have been worse than the song what Ken Booth sing. Like a puppet on a string. Yes. Puppet leader Andrew Holness. Suppose a morning, like how you send home the Cuban them. Suppose a morning, Donald Trump issue a statement to the Jamaica Labour Party to send home all Chinese worker with their Jamaica. What you are gonna do? What you are gonna do? You would have to walk in the street of Jamaica naked like a madman. You did have to go over Bellevue and make them string you up. Cause you would have to declare say you're mad. You did have to declare say you're mad. And you can't make no decision. Yes. Yes. If a morning President Trump turned to Andrew Holness because he knows say Andrew Holness is a puppet. Andrew Holness is a puppet. So him can tell Andrew Wolney say, send home the Chinese them. Andrew Wolney did have to strip himself naked and act like him is a madman. But people, it's a Sunday morning. And me nah got Tanya the whole day. Me nah got Tanya the whole day and keep up one thing.